Probably one of the best things about the weekend actually was just messaging some of the Liverpool fans, like, and just checking in on them, see if they're all right there, you know.
Did we get a response from them?
No, there wasn't many. Okay.
Very quiet.
Anyway, let's get going here. Hello and welcome back to this latest episode of Irish Red Devils. Manchester United 4, Brighton 2, and in the words of Sir Alex Ferguson, football, bloody hell. What a weekend of football, lads. I'm joined in the studio here tonight by my co-host as always, Killian the football genius and Gags Martial, as I want to call him now. Big Tony Martial fan. You'll see the jersey hanging up. Probably the only Manchester United fan still hoping for a return.
Oh, very much so. Yeah, still doing the business.
Where are you reading, is he now?
I think he's in Mexico or somewhere.
He left. Yeah, he's gone again.
Stand foot. So in tonight's show, we've got two special guests joining us. We've spent a week trying to get passionate fans from around the world, really, to come on and talk to us about their teams. And tonight we've got two. We've got a guy coming from Perth, Australia. We've got a Brighton fan who could be no more diehard than that. And we've got somewhere a wee bit closer to home in Devon coming on to talk about this weekend's game against Nottingham Forest. But what we're going to do slightly different this week is we're going to split the show into two episodes. So this episode here, we're going to focus on the game at the weekend and talk with Jesse down under, get that thoughts. And then on Thursday, we're going to put out the second part of it, which is going to be talking to Chris in Nottingham, preparing for the weekend. And yeah, just try something a wee bit different and see how we get on with that. Before we kick off though, if you can do us a favour, like and subscribe to the channel, like the video, make comments below. It's going to help us grow this channel as quickly as we can. And thanks for all the comments we've had, because we've got a lot of feedback over the last week, and you know, it's exciting to do. It's something we're passionate about. And one other thing, if you don't like YouTube, you can now listen to us on Spotify. Just look up the Red Devils podcast and you can watch or listen to us on that. So anyway, lads, before we bring Jesse in, how are we feeling about the weekend's results?
I do believe it was still a very good performance overall. I think the Tottenham midfield was well structured here in this one, and it was so well structured that for the first 70 minutes Brighton really had little to no effect at all in going forward. I know they had a couple of chances here and there before the 70-minute mark for Danny Radback's free kick, but overall, I thought the midfield was doing a very good job of cutting that out. And the forward line too, the attacking football we put on display there with the Bramo, Cunha, Sheshko link up as well. That was absolutely outstanding. And Bramo rapid here in this win. Cunha as well. Class as there. It was great to see him score his first goal for United too. But for me, the best player on the pitch was Casemiro, because I thought, you know, he just disciplined the midfield. He just controlled and dictated the entire tempo of the match. You know, got himself a goal too. I was very lucky. Passing was very good. Everything he did here in this win was what you'd want. A well-experienced, former world-class midfielder, probably still is world-class after that performance midfielder to do in a match like this. And I think him being the best player on the pitch was proved when he did come off for Menu. And as soon as he came off, really, we did fade apart in the midfield, and that's when Brighton really decided to get a foothold in that one.
Yeah, and Gags, what are your thoughts?
Well, you're saying it was a great weekend. United win, Liverpool lose, Man City lose. Can I also add to that, Jadon Sancho came on as a sub and came off as a sub. Freedom fighter. So yeah, good lad, Jadon. And the 7 minutes at the end of the second half, just as Brighton were one goal in it, I think the reason why there were 7 minutes is because the ref was Anthony Taylor.
Oh.
Yeah, so and he just lives to be the worst ref. And I don't think it's just United fans who would say that. It's just unreal. I mean, before you even get into the performance, first half, in my eyes, clear penalty on Ahmad, you know, and to be fair, Taylor didn't give it. VAR is just as bad. They look at it, and how it wasn't a penalty was crazy. Absolutely nuts. Did you see that?
They didn't even really, like, Sky and all didn't even show it at the half time. They showed it there? I didn't see it.
I wouldn't be surprised, because, I mean, look, not to get into Sky, but Sky Sports Football, I mean, what are you getting? You're getting about 60 seconds of analysis and about 8 minutes of ads, so, you know, it's a different world, you know, from 15 years ago.
Yeah,
like Ryan or Sir Keats.
But seriously, like, I mean, it was as clear.
Oh, I thought it was.
I thought it was as clear and obvious a penalty.
What did you think?
I can't really remember, to be honest, but I think if they do a sort of coffee call at a time, I wasn't too bought in it still. I mean, I thought maybe there was a good argument it could have been a penalty, but to be honest, I forgot. I need to see it again. But I think at the time, I would have liked it to be a penalty, but it wasn't.
It was 0-0 at the time.
I wasn't going mad over it not being a penalty, sort of.
Well, I don't know, but
it was Cunha. Remember, he was kind of coming in, he was cutting in, and it was like quarter of the 18-yard box, kind of cut across. I just don't know how the guy's legs just the guy just threw his leg out, and he
must have SOR too for the fellow committed by, I think it was Dorgy on, I think Minton or something for Brighton. The foul happened, and then the free kick was actually put 10 yards further from where the foul did occur, and that free kick happened to be the one Danny Welbeck put.
Oh really? I didn't realise it was moved. It was
now they fall sort of around the same place, but the foul is actually committed much further out, so that's inconsistency again.
It's poor. But we'll not get too worried about it. You know, we did
3 minutes in a row, 3 minutes in a row, two to go until we get the
United strand. Yeah. In regards to the game, I thought United. I think we played well. I think we played really well. First 10 minutes, I felt Brighton did cause us trouble, and I think Amarin changed tactically in his formation, so which is always good. Like, you know, you could see that we were leaving spaces in the back. I think our full-backs were kind of pushing up more, and we just settled, made it more compact, and then took control of it. And if you can control the attackings from the other team, when you've got players like Mbumo and Cunha, you know, who are just playing as we would have hoped they would have, you know, settled in at United, who are always going to get a chance. Cunha's first goal for United was a great finish. Casemiro being credited with the goal, 2 Brazilians on the score sheet, fantastic. So no, it was good. Now second half, I think they went 3-0 up, and as Killian said there, once that Casemiro was taken off
for Manu,
and look, we all, like I was saying in the group chat, it's time for Manu. Now I don't know if it would have changed it at where was it, 60 minutes, 65 minutes, or 60 minutes I think.
I'm not sure. It could have been 65.
You know, I was looking at some statistical analysis of Manu and Casemiro, and you can even see from the heat map, Casemiro was very dominant in the centre of the pitch, whereas Manu, when you see where he was effective, he was left and right, and there was very little in the middle. And I think we lost the midfield. It wasn't just many. We made multiple subs, and we just that mentality will let Brighton back into it.
Yeah, funny. I was looking at that there before we came on, and at 3-0 up, just looking 65 minutes. That's when Amarin started making some changes. And I know in some of our WhatsApp groups, people were saying, you know, get the 3-0 up, but it was almost like muscle memory kicked into what we used to be. Do you know what I mean? We were kind of saying, we should start playing, get them running, and get players getting minutes. And I'm just looking here. So 65th minute, Heaven replaced Luke Shaw. 70th minute, Dorgu replaced Diallo, Ahmed, and 70th Manu also replaced Casemiro.
Is that 70th?
70th. So Dorgu and Manu both came on at the same time. And but even funny, just look at Luke Shaw though. Like Luke Shaw, I thought I was watching actually some of the analysis as well, and he seemed to have a very fluid role, and he was very attacking. I mean, are we seeing slightly different tactics here from Amarin, or is it just the players are starting to get a bit better? What's changed here in the last 5 or 6 weeks?
I mean, I think it touched on it either here on my own channel. I've probably touched on this on both channels, but I did say after the Liverpool game that I expected the players and the coaching and all and the club as a whole basically to have jumped a mental barrier from winning at Anfield for the first time in 10 years and winning back-to-back Premier League games. So I think maybe it's the confidence and knowing they've broke that barrier now and they can progress on. Maybe that's like a major reason as why we're seeing us playing much more consistent throughout the game. Now I know we weren't too consistent in the game against Brighton, but the fact we were putting 3 consistent good performances back-to-back in the Premier League, I think a big reason that is the mental barrier, which has been broken down, of course. So yeah, that's probably the answer I'd have to that question.
Guys, what do you think? Like, I mean,
I think as a team, I think a big change has taken quite some time. We're starting to press as a team. You know, like in previous managers, Ten Hag, he was before Ten Hag.
There's been that many.
Can't remember.
Solskjaer.
Yeah, Solskjaer. We were, you had one or two players pressing, and then nobody else was pressing. We looked like we were pressing high up. Brighton were struggling. We were creating turnovers, and I think the other big change is, like, even in the last few years, we'll have games where we perhaps lost or drew, probably mostly lost. But when you look back on it, you're like, we had chances. We had so many chances, that, it should have been converted, and at the time might have put us ahead. This time, you've got players like Cunha and Mbomo, and they're taking their chances. They're taking out Shesko. I still think he's settling in a wee bit. Couple of chances, and he didn't put the ball in the onion bag. But I still think there's a lot to come there. I think he did a lot of work. I think he won a lot of headers and things. So he definitely has a rule. So now I think we're just playing better. I think Almiron looks more settled. I think they're starting to play like he wants them to play. Yeah, so and I think hopefully that's a good sign for things to come, and we keep on pushing on.
So what did you think of, like, the Dorgu's tackle? Like, I mean, in real time, I actually thought, I thought it was, I didn't even know if he had touched him. Was it just maybe that he had speed or something?
I think it was a foul. I mean, it's not a deliberate foul, but he catches him. It's like it's clumsy. If it wasn't for the fact that that your guy had lost control of the ball and it was more or less at Lamens, it probably would have been a red card. That's what saved Dorgu. It wasn't a deliberate foul, but he clips him, so it is a free. But I think to be fair to Taylor, it was given out about him, but I think it is a yellow card, not a red, and I think that was the correct decision.
If there's one word to sum up Dorgu, clumsy, definitely is it for me.
Well, I think you're not the first person who has kind of had concerns about Dorgu. Look, he's a young kid. I see a lot I like in him. I do see a lot, and it's not always easy coming in, as a sub to games. And I know that's not an excuse, but I think we just need to be careful. The young players, we have a lot of young players. I think there is good potential there. I know where you're coming from. I think there's people complaining or blaming him for the goal Liverpool scored last week against us as well. So, but look, it is what it is. We'll probably see. It is what it is. We'll probably see how things develop going forward. But I think, look, I'm hoping he was the first signing by Almiron. We're assuming that Almiron went to him, unless it was Jason Wilcox or somebody. But look, I think there was still a future there for him, but he probably does need to become a bit more stable in defence, not make mistakes.
And speaking of Almiron's first signings, I just want to briefly mention again, like, this is actually a sub who Almiron did manage well, and he's another one of the early signings. I don't think he's gotten enough praise for the performance he put in. It was Aidan Haven. Now, Aidan Haven, I think Annie Hinesliff for United has been quality, and I know it's hard for him to break in because Shaw is in good form, Delet's been unbelievable this season, Euro still doing good, we've got Sandro Martinez to come back, Maguire's being Harry Maguire, of course, but I think Aidan Haven deserves a decent amount of game time this season, even if it is hard for him to get in, because I thought when he came on he was looking fantastic, and of course got the amazing assist for Mbomo, who finished it off there in injury time as well. So just wanted to give a mention there to Haven.
Give him a photo.
Yeah, and I think that the hunger, you talk about, without so many games and players aren't getting opportunities, they do seem to be coming onto the pitch and really wanting to perform, but like, tell me this, be honest, like whenever it went down 3-2, like, what were you thinking?
United teams of the last 5-6 years, you know what's happening, you know what's coming. It's going to be 3-3, but and I was worried about that. But something, that's the United team, it just showed there's a wee difference there. They didn't just kind of hang on. Even United teams in the past, they would have sort of sat back, tried to just defend the lead. We actually went and created another chance and put the game to bed. So Yeah.
I never really, I know like where you're coming from obviously, and that's a good point, but I never really had the thought that Brighton would make it 3-3 even when they did score. There was nerves still for me, but I just thought they were leaving it a bit too late there, scoring the second goal, and like, what was it, 92nd, 93rd minute, I just didn't have the feeling they were going to go on ahead, but obviously still, you know, you need to watch out for that, and still, like, you know, another day, of course, United could have bottled that, of course, a couple times down the years, when we played teams like Everton, I remember bottling those leads to
There was a couple.
Yeah, more than a couple definitely, but there in that one I just didn't have that feeling, and of course thankfully not only did that not come to fruition, but we managed to just extend it to a 2-goal cushion again.
Yeah, and I think, you know, I can't. I want to. I know last week I mentioned the goalie as well, and he had a really big save, and it went actually for a goal kick, but I'm pretty sure he got a fingertip to it.
No, yeah, you think he did.
It's small things like that, you know, and even when we went down 3-2, you know, I had actually been Jesse, who we're going to welcome onto the show here in a couple of minutes. Like, I had been messaging him during the game and stuff, and I said to him whenever Welbeck scored the first goal, I said, if you guys can get a second here before the 80th minute or 85th minute, I'd say you could really push for it. Like, so I thought it was just a wee bit late. But I wouldn't say I was a bit more squeaky bum time to use another foggy.
What I would say about Le Mans is Danny Welbeck's free kick was a good free kick. It was kind of central, you know. Look,
No, it was a good goal. It was great.
it was
I
good
thought.
goal, but
I think you think you're picking. You're looking at things to pick.
no, not picking. It wasn't top bins. You know, it was a good strike.
Yeah.
I'm not blaming them, but if it was 0-0 at the time, you know.
Yeah.
There might have been a bit more complaints, I think, from fans, but look, you know, he's been great. He's been great. You know.
I just love seeing the attitude of Kenya. I love it. It's infectious, and there was also like there seems to be a real camaraderie. You know, like it's funny like how a bit of new blood, and like you said, Killian, like getting a few wins as well. The difference it makes, you know, it just winning makes everything better. Like, you know,
Becomes a habit, just like losing.
it was, yeah, absolutely.
As they're saying with Arne Slot.
Yeah. All right. So on this next section, obviously we've talked about wanting to bring in the away fans, and we've got a really special guest. I spent the last week going on to sports group teams channels on Facebook, trying to find passionate fans who'll come on and chat to us each week. And I was struggling to find a Brighton fan, and then I got lucky because I found one in Perth, Australia. And whenever this guy reached out to me, I thought, right, okay, if I'm looking for a passionate, dedicated fan, what could be more passionate and dedicated than someone who gets up at all hours to watch his favourite team? And we're recording this now. It's 7:30 p.m. UK time. It's 3:30 in the morning for him in Australia. So, like, without further ado, I have to apologise in advance for saying this, but I've been waiting to do it all day. G'day, mate. How's it going?
Yeah, that's cool.
Good night. Good night, yes.
So, Jesse, first thing, how are you feeling after the weekend?
If only the first half had happened, I'd be probably the most annoyed fan that there is. But the second half came about, and I stopped watching way more positive than I thought I was going to be. The last goal was a bit upsetting, you know, to just concede one more goal in the final minute. But I can't be too mad at the performance that we gave up.
And tell me this, Jesse, because like, obviously from the last time Brighton played United, well, came out with a good result. Last couple of times, yeah. Killian,
Lost 3 visits.
Killian.
I also feel bad for that United fan with the afro.
Oh, we appreciate your concern there.
We'll let him have it.
So, like, how did Brighton fans feel going into that game? Were you feeling pretty confident that you were going to get something out of the game, or how was?
I think of recency bias. Yeah, there was a lot of people that were going in confident. I might have been one of the only ones that wasn't going in confident. I think the way that you guys played against Liverpool is probably the type of team I don't want to face. The way that we normally play, how much we like to give up possession in our half, and how attacking football you guys like to play. I definitely could have been more positive going into the game, but the first half is exactly what I was thinking might come about.
Yeah, and like, was the performance there? Like, I'm just looking at your Hertzler. Is that how you pronounce this?
Yeah, Fabian Herzog.
Yeah. So like, he came in. He joined you last year, wasn't it? June 2024.
Second season.
He came in nice and early in the transfer period, so you got to see all of the faces coming, which was good.
Was he in charge whenever the beat United last year at Old Trafford?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was with us since the start of last season.
Very good. Like, was that a typical performance, you think, from a Brighton team? Or do you think they just? Well, I feel you're
Honestly,
pain.
at the moment, yeah. Then, it's either we come out guns blazing, or we come out the way that we did. And then we usually like to make a late second half performance.
You're definitely better in you're definitely better in the second half.
It's
Maybe
just
the
the way we like to play, apparently.
The first 10 minutes, I think you were causing us a bit of trouble, and I think United sort of maybe sat back a bit deeper and studied things up. You were definitely dangerous the first 10 minutes.
I think there was a couple of ball turnovers that I saw, like Cunha and Burmo getting a lot more confident. They got into the game way quicker than our defenders did. And I think just from there, the whole first half, we were just playing catch up.
Yeah.
A couple of unfortunate goals, like the Casemiro one coming off Ayari's back.
Yeah, some,
Like, it looked like it was going wide, but it's one of those ones you just take on the head and you go.
yeah. Initially, it was given as an own goal, and I thought I was harsh. And then I saw the replay, and I was like, "Oh, I think that's going about 2, 3, 4 foot wide." But then, you just give it to him.
I mean, he didn't top the goals apparently. Yeah, at this age, they had to give it as the.
Yeah, I was thinking about that actually in the game. Do they normally, if that was an own goal, would they normally announce it in the stand in the stadium as an own goal? It's like a double kick.
That was the first time I've seen it happen like that. But I mean, own goal, or he scores it. A goal's a goal.
Yeah.
It's in the back of our net.
And I was saying to the guys before you came on now that having joined those Brighton Facebook pages and things to try to find a fan, one of the names that I'm not going to try to say it, but it was there was a lot of talk in the Brighton room about the Greek kid coming on. So
Was it? Kostulas.
yeah.
Very happy with his performance that he came on. That was, crazily enough, that was the first set piece, corner goal that we have scored in a very long time, and it came from an 18-year-old. So it's nice, at least, as in directly from the corner.
Was that his first Premier League goal?
Yeah, that was his. That was the first goal for the club.
Yeah.
I think I read that so James Milner took the corner.
Yeah,
James Milner had played 138 games in the Premier League before Kostulas was born.
I was going to say there's some huge difference between the assister and the scorer of that goal.
Yeah.
Milner could definitely be his dad, like.
I mean,
He's 100%.
he's only 9 games off of breaking Gareth Barry's record as most appearances in the Premier League.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll break that this season.
It's good.
Fabian looks like he's wanting to bring him on the second half almost every game. And then unless he starts, he's there for half, the first half.
Would you like to see the Greek kid starting games? Or is he an impact player?
I think I said this before the other day to Stephen that I think both of the kids should be playing for us, and I think that's like the future of our club, the way that we're going. Both great kids playing up front for us.
Okay. And I know we talked a wee bit about, but tell us just for how did you become a Brighton fan? What's the story there?
Some very upsetting games at the Withdean. I watched every time we would go back with family. We would go and see a game. So I got to see Lewis Dunk's first game.
Okay.
For the club. I got to see Glenn Murray a couple times. But for the most part, I've had to watch abroad, so...
have you got family there? You got
and I still got family over in Hove.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's just our family that's over here, and I'm trying to keep it going down here in Perth.
And you were saying to me the other day that I think you said your wife or your girlfriend is a Man U fan? Or
Yeah, her and her whole family.
Very good.
Yeah, so that's...
So do you want to do a shout out to them, or do you want us to do a shout out to them, or?
I don't know if they need that. They've been in my ear all week. Over the last few days, at least.
Well, I'm conscious at the time, and I don't want to keep you up too longer. But tell me about what's your thoughts this season? At Brighton, what will a good season look like for you guys now?
Honestly, if you had asked me at the start of this season, I would only accept Europe. Finishing in Europe. I think we have the squad to do it. I think, especially with so many so many teams already in Europe, they're already playing all those extra games. I think we should actually benefit off that. I think we'll see that more later in this season, and maybe we'll climb up the table. But anything lower than 10th, I think I'm going to be a bit upset with. The money that we've invested the last few years, especially if the Labour is going to United.
Well, I was going to ask you about him, but what's your thoughts on his performances this season, since United are sort of turning his head?
It definitely seems like you guys have turned his head. I think if we were to make Europe, he would stay. I think he would stay that one extra season. I think it would be good to keep him here. It would be nice for us to see no players disappearing, especially to Chelsea. It'd be nice to actually keep them at home.
Well, don't sell it before I see them.
Season we're rebuilding. We're bringing in these names of people that no one's heard of. So, it's Simisis Kustulas.
Yeah.
Yasin Ayari's made his breakout this season.
It's a sign of a good one club, but good recruitment. Bringing on the stars of the future and developing them.
Really good to see.
Well,
I would like to keep some of them, but I think that involves us becoming a European club more and more often.
So what do United need to offer then for us to get Balaba? 65 million?
There was reports in the UK today. Sorry to there was a bit of a gap there between, but I saw some reports there today that maybe United are backing out of the deal. Had you seen that earlier? There was some talk about it, but anyway.
I would. I think he was pretty poor.
Yeah.
Especially that first half.
Maybe. No, you take 30. Maybe now you're.
I have a feeling it'd be between, similar to João Pedro. I think it'll be between 50 and 70.
What happens if we give you Jadon Sancho, and then give you another 10 million?
I'd give you the 10 mil and Sancho back. I saw something about Xerxes.
Okay.
That he may be involved in the deal.
He's a good. I like Xerxes. I think he's a good player. Yeah,
I can see why he's not getting minutes,
yeah.
especially now with Sesko, Cunha, and Mbomo. I just worry if he fits for us.
Yeah.
But he might. I mean, we tend to turn players around when they come here.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of, just when you're saying that there is an Irish connection
Yeah, I was going to say that. You're right.
in Brighton, so
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on Evan Ferguson?
A couple of years ago, I would have given you these probably what we were saying he was worth, about like 120 mil player.
Wow.
Recency. I think he's getting a little bit lazy. I saw that Roma was saying that they were surprised how unfit he was in training. I don't know what it is that's going on with him, because I mean he was amazing when he first came to us.
Yeah. He got an injury, didn't he? He was doing well, and did he get injured for half a season or?
He did.
Okay. But then.
A lot of us were very sure that he was fit to play a couple games.
Okay.
We were told that he was in training for months, and then every time he would come on the pitch, try to give him the minutes, he just wouldn't perform. So we thought the best thing to do apparently was to send him to Roma, and to be honest, when he first got there, he was doing really well. But now, I'm not sure. Honestly, I couldn't tell you what's happening with Evan Ferguson.
Yeah.
I wish he would get back in form. I wish he would come back to the club. But, I mean, I have a feeling that he might be let go if he's not performing.
Okay.
Yeah. How many more years does he have in his contract with you guys? Do you know?
I think it's 2.
Okay.
Could be 1. So it's not super long.
He's kind of the player that I would like to see at United. Like, I think we don't have enough Irish players.
Irishman.
Yeah, we don't have enough Irish players.
We talked about that at the time, but I don't think he'll be able to Trafford. Just the way his career's gone in the last 24 months, I think that boat has sailed.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially with Sesko.
I think the biggest thing at United for players that aren't getting is the amount of games we have this season. Do you know what I mean? Like, the fact that we have no Europe and we're out of the League Cup already. Like, but yeah, but we definitely need to get some more Irish players at United, definitely. But
The Spurs is.
I'd love to see an Australian player Brighton, just because I'm over here and I, would like a little bit of love to the people that are around me.
That's it.
But they haven't since the goalkeeper. His name is now escaping me.
Verbruggen.
No, not Verbruggen.
I know you mean at actually Brighton. There was do you mean
Yeah, we was our keeper for a couple of years.
Okay.
Good young lad. I think he's still the Socceroos main goalkeeper.
Is Matt Ryan, isn't
Or
it?
somewhere.
Matt Ryan, isn't it?
Oh, that's it. Matty Ryan.
That's
Yeah.
the genius strikes again.
Amazing.
Cool. Well, listen. Thank you so much for coming on. And what time is it? What time is it there now?
It's approaching on 4.
Nice. Well, I appreciate you with a few technical difficulties when you came on there tonight. It took a wee bit longer to get us going, but really appreciate it. And listen, who you got this coming weekend?
Well, we've got Arsenal midweek in the Carabao at theirs. So we'll see how that goes. But I think we have Leeds this weekend at home.
Must be.
So
nice.
I'd like to turn that around.
Must be nice in that midweek game.
Just before you go, actually, as well, it's great to see an ex-United player, Danny Welbeck's playing some stuff for you as well. He's been...
He's
yeah.
I mean, he's in the best form of his life, isn't he?
Was he 45 legs?
He reached double-digit goals last season.
Yeah, no.
I saw a lot of people talking that he should be in the England squad.
Well, yeah.
I'm of the opinion that I'd like to see that for him. I also don't want him to injure himself.
Yeah.
I think he's probably the best thing that we have up front.
Yeah, exactly.
But, you know, I mean, I also want him to reach any career goal that he wants. I wish him the best in anything that he wants to do. So even if there is a move for him away, maybe back to United or somewhere else at some point, like, you know, whatever he wants to do, he's done more than enough for the club. And I think we should start looking at other options to slide in next to him and then prepare for the future. But I mean, if I could, I'd keep him in the club forever.
Yeah.
Even in the backroom stuff.
He had good things to say about United there after the game. Do you see it? The interview?
No, I don't see it. No.
Yeah, he was being interviewed after, and they asked him. I think the person asked him, like, you know, what was that? Was that as good a United team we could play against? And he said definitely it was. It was. You have to listen to it now. I can't remember exactly what he said, but he was basically saying, like, in the years that he's been playing against them recently, he said that was the most organised it's been, that was the most intense it's been, and yeah, so that was good signs for us. Like, but it's always nice to hear. I didn't really, it's nice saying nice things about him now, but because we won, it wasn't so nice whenever.
But
It was,
yeah,
I guess.
but I always like seeing him scoring, you know, when he's not playing us.
Yeah,
you know, always, yeah.
He likes to show up against the big teams for us. I think under Hersler, our record, I had it written here. We've only lost under Hersler 3 games against their traditional big 6. All the other results have been draws and wins. So, and in all of those games, almost all of those games, I think Danny Welbeck has showed up. So, you know, so even in the big games, I would like him just to stay around.
Yeah. No, fair play.
All right, Jesse, listen, thank you so much. Thanks for coming on, and hope you enjoyed it, and go back to bed now and get a nice wee nap.
Yeah, we nap before work, yeah, that would be me.
All right, buddy.
Good luck.
Listen,
No worries.
lovely talking to you. Thanks for coming on.
Cheers,
Speak to you again. All the best, baby.
Good luck.
All right, so listen, thanks very much for listening to this episode. That's thanks to Jesse for getting up so early in the morning in Australia. Like I said, the second part, we're about to continue on here recording. We've got going to look forward to our trip to Robin Hood country this weekend, and that second part of the video will be live on YouTube and Spotify from this Thursday on. So we'll wrap it up there, and just to finish here, Jim McCreesh was at we were trying to get some Man United fans who were at games to send us videos and things, and they even welcomed them to come on and chat to us. Jim wasn't available tonight, but he sent us a video which I'm going to play up here now, because it was like near the end of the Brighton game, and he was sitting high behind one of the nets. What do you call the stand opposite the Stratford?
Maybe the North Stand or something.
No,
it's the stand without the name, so that's how I know.
Stand without the name. It's not the Ferguson one.
Stand maybe. I don't know.
It's not the Ferguson one, it's not Stratford End, it's not Sir Bobby, so it's the other one, whatever everyone's called. He sent us this video here now, and I just love the sound. So we'll finish now. United, let's do the business. Let's keep these things on, and just listen to this beautiful sound here on this video.